What's goody, what's goody, what's goody, y'all? It's your girl S. Nova, the Universal Donor, and I'd like to welcome you back to Stiletto Empress Tarot Oracle. Acronym S.E.T.ORACLE. Welcome to the set. What set? Full set, all 10 nails, baby. Thank you for visiting at S.E.T.Oracle. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes. They are greatly appreciated. Your girl is at 20 subscribers. You know, every win, big or small, is a win for me because I count them all, baby. I don't pick and choose. I just don't ever lose. That's the line of a winner, you dig? So, thank you so much for visiting and subscribing. And we're going to get down to it. I hope everybody has had a good week so far. We are finally down to the middle of the week, Wednesday. You know, we are halfway to the weekend, and may the rest of the week go well for all of us and be calm, clear, and collected. Because as you know, we're in the middle of 5 retrogrades. So there's some things that are unstable right now because changes are being made. So just, you know, turn whatever you're going through, turn your pain into strength, heal, change, and do the work so you can get the ultimate reward, as Chiron's retrograde would suggest you do. Mind your words, prioritize self-care, be patient, and reflect, as Mercury retrograde would insist that you do. Be mindful, be able to review and reflect, address past issues, and practice compassion, self-love, forgiving yourself, as Saturn retrograde would have you do. Get in tune with your spirituality. Reevaluate the things that make you feel good, the things that make you thrive, as Neptune retrograde would do. And last but not least, examine your power struggles emotionally and professionally. Detox from all of that and release what no longer serves you, as Pluto retrograde would have you do. You dig? You dig? So, Father God, ancestors most high, I ask angels and demons alike, I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, you know this week is the detailed deck, but we're going to get a little bit of insight from the big picture, which I already shuffled. So we're just going to read the bottom card. Please ghost me. Please ghost me. What's the next? I'm sorry. What's in reverse? I did what I did on purpose, and I have no remorse. So somebody might be following you, wanting to come back towards you, and you just want them to leave you alone. They want to come back towards you and give you a fake apology because they don't feel bad about anything they've done. They don't feel bad at all about anything they've done, but you want them just to leave you alone. So we're going to see what's up. We're going to see what that's about. Please ghost me. Leave me alone. Somebody wants to give you an apology, and I honestly feel like the apology don't mean nothing. Not at this moment in time. It means nothing. Just, yeah, whatever. You sorry, fake sorry, ha ha ha, whatever. Boo boo boo. Just leave the collective alone. Go away, because you don't mean it. Everything you did to the collective was done on purpose, my G. So just go away. Just go away. There's somebody around you in your energy, even if you can't see them, you feel them. You want them to just leave you alone, like a stalker. Like, you know, that when I feel like when you can't see somebody, but you know they're around, it's that stalking energy. I just saw the 7th Amendment card. Somebody might be going to jail. You might be able to sue somebody for stalking. Let me turn this card over. Because that card ain't even supposed to be upright. But it's out. It's to the point where you want somebody to leave you alone so bad. And they're sitting up there and faking like they're sorry about anything that they did. That you could really and actually take them to court for stalking and harassment. But you know what? We're going to let the cards speak. You feel me? Alright. Remember, these cards, they come out in all directions because there's too many of them for me to turn them upright. So I just let the chips fall where they may. This is a collective read. All signs are included. Take what resonates. Don't take what doesn't. And don't trip or take a chip because you already know you got that dip. You feel me? First card. Adopted. Let's turn it upright so we can read it. Accepted. Martyr for a cause. Punishment for submission. Refusal. Sacrifice. And it's in the reverse. I feel like this is what somebody was secretly doing. They were trying to martyr you for themselves. And that's exactly why they did what they did on purpose, and they have no remorse. That's exactly why they did it. Because they wanted you to be a martyr and a sacrifice, and they wanted to punish you for something that somebody else may have did to them. Ain't that so crazy? When people want to punish you for what another person does to them, that shit wild to me, bro. Next. Telegram. Somebody's getting the message. A telegram is usually, well, not usually, it was a handwritten message to where somebody would say, "Dear such and such, comma, next line. I hope this message finds you well. Pause. I wish nothing but the best for you. Pause." Like, that's a telegram. There's something that was written down that somebody actually said in regards to what they were trying to do to you in secret. There's something written down. Next. The Price is Right in the reverse. Somebody may have secretly martyred you and sent out messages about you for money. They could have. Let's get this 4th card on this line, and then we might be able to clarify this line. S.E.T.ORACLE. Literal hunger for food, figurative hunger such as intense desire for wealth or power. Somebody wanted what you had. So they paid people to put out a message They paid people. They paid people to put out messages secretly about you. They did this. They secretly put out messages about you because they wanted what you had. And it's almost like, even though these people were paid to put out the messages, they didn't really know what they were doing. That's what I'm getting. They didn't know what they were doing. They thought that they were helping somebody. They thought possibly they might have been helping a friend or something like that. But you know what? We got to get through the rest of this message, because as I tell everybody, the messages can definitely change. You can get the side of a cross watcher as well as you can get the side of a collective, because that is the point of these messages, for the collective to know what's going on and what the cross watcher, aka karmic, did to them, which is how they found out what was going on. I hope that makes sense. Fortuna. Somebody wanted to cause you harm and sacrifice you because they didn't want you to have any luck. Jupiter. I want y'all to realize Jupiter is not in retrograde right now. All of these planets that are causing people to reflect and go back into the past and face what they have done, whether it has been to themselves, to others, and to face their karma. And they're being given a chance to heal. Chiron is number 5. Chiron is the 5th retrograde. That's your chance. Are you ready to heal? Are you ready to face up to what you did? It's almost like it's a lot of people that got to face what they did to other people. They really got to sit up here and they really got to face what they did to other people over the years. And they don't want to. Pluto being the first beginning. Pluto is beginning that revisiting of the things that you're scared of. And the people that are scared of anything in the past is the people that did something wrong. So they fear backlash. That's the first one. Neptune. 2. Trying to balance it out. Making you face your reality and see who you are and get in tune with yourself so that way you can be better. Saturn. 3. Acknowledgement, expression. Review what you did and how reckless you were. Address unresolved issues and face your karmic lessons and or debts. Right? Mercury. Number 4. Stability, boundaries, protections. Any miscommunication, any bullshit, anything that you tried to confuse and mix up, nah, baby. You're going to have to reflect on that. You're going to have to reflect on those actions. Chiron, the 5th retrograde. Instability, changes. Yeah, we about to shake some shit up. Because you're going to see who you are. This is not just for the karmic. This is also for the collective. You're going to have to look in a mirror and understand who you are. Those that made it through hard times, you're going to have to look in that mirror and actually realize that you made it. You did this. You got through so much. And then others are going to have to look in that mirror and realize they had a lot of unresolved issues in their life. They had a lot of childhood wounds. They're going to have to look in that mirror and see that they have to face the reality of who they are and the vices that they chose instead of healing. the wounds that they didn't address, as well as the lies and confusion that they put out, because they felt like becoming strong was too painful. Chiron in the upright. It was too painful. It was too painful to turn their pain into strength. This is a heavy season, y'all. This is a heavy season, y'all. 2025, 9, intensity, accumulations. Do you know what that means? That means that everything has been building up and building up and building up. People just been doing shit. People out here blaming everybody else for the things that happen in their life. Not healing. Doing shit. And hurting other people because they never confronted the people that hurt them. Do you understand? That's karma building up. They're not addressing anything in their life. And it just keeps building up. And the more it builds up, the more intense it is. And with Chiron being the number 5, everything is unstable. You're on shaky ground, a tower. So, are you going to make the changes? Mercury is number 5. We're in Mercury retrograde. Miscommunication. Are you going to start telling the truth? Are you going to start speaking honestly? Speaking the real word? Are you going to start doing it? Are you going to start turning your pain into strength so you can heal? Like the Tootsie Roll Owl, the world would never know. Anyway, Telegram, what we got? Greed, generosity, and temperance. People are finding out that the person that they did this to was generous. Collective. You were balanced. Temperance. You didn't want to hurt nobody. But they wanted to sacrifice you for the fortune that comes with being a good person. The Price is Right in reverse. Ride the wave. I think of a Vlad interview, because yes, I watch a little bit of everything. And I love when they do West Coast rappers, because I was born on the East Coast and I love East Coast music, but I was also raised on the West, so I love West Coast music. And then I also was raised in the South, so I love Southern music. This is why I say I am the universal donor. And when I say universal donor, I'm talking about the U.S. and me being well-rounded with all of it, even the Midwest. See, people don't know me like that. And you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. Because those parts of me will always be revealed when they're supposed to be. But anyway, The Price is Right in reverse. Ride the wave. They paid people in secret to just ride the wave, to just go with it. These people probably knew who you were. These people probably already knew who you were, because they knew that you were a good person, but they wanted what you had. They wanted your generosity. They wanted your temperance. They wanted to be you. Adoption ain't just for kids. And by the way, I am an adopted child. So I know that a little bit more than most. But you can adopt anything. You can adopt a pit bull puppy. You can adopt a fish. You can adopt any goddamn thing. People just don't use the word adoptions. Think about it. If somebody has an apartment and they give that apartment to somebody else, sublease, you just adopted an apartment. You adopted a loan. Fuck is y'all talking about? It don't only apply to kids in the system. We have to be more pragmatic than that. Insert it. Groom. There was possibly a man. It's saying groom, but I'm just leaving it open. But however, this reading is saying there was a man that was hungry for wealth and power. So they sent out whatever they needed to send out. They said whatever they said. They got whatever messages across. So that way, you could be secretly sacrificed for them to have whatever belonged to you. And you know what? That's some bitch shit. Cause like, bro, what? A man? A man taking from a woman? Okay. We live in a day and age to where men will physically assault women, but they will not assault men. I've seen that on both sides, from a lover to a relative. I've seen it on both sides. But I've also seen this, and I could not believe it. Because I was like, why would you want to do that when I have no problem sharing with you? Generosity and temperance. I have no problem sharing with you. But your greed couldn't see that. I guess I just answered my own question, huh? All right. Adopted in reverse, Fortuna in reverse. Root. God damn it. Inheritance. Root. Fortuna. Inheritance. They did whatever they had to do to stop your inheritance or for them to get your inheritance. You dig? Telegram in reverse. Greed in reverse. As a matter of fact, I don't think Telegram was in reverse. Was Telegram in reverse? No, it wasn't. It wasn't in reverse. Telegram, greed, obituary. They wanted you gone. They said whatever they needed to say to get you out of here. They lied about how generous you were. They lied about how balanced you were so you can get out of here. And they paid a lot of people behind the scenes just to go along with it. Go along with whatever this groom was saying because they were money hungry. And that is the money is the root of this evil. Because I don't believe money is the root of all evil. Especially when you're somebody that didn't have it. And you used it wisely for survival. People that had to literally make $1 out of 15 cents, they don't play with it. That's not the people that have been poor at one point in time and they got some money in their hand and started acting rich and doing things like that. No. The people that know the value of $1, that knows how to work it, because at one point they didn't have it and they had to work pennies, you never hear about them. You want to know why? Because they don't show off shit. The fuck is the point? I was cool before then. I was cool during. I'm going to be cool after. If you saw me living in a farmhouse that don't look like it's worth 2 goddamn flies smash, guess what? Even when I do get some money, same look, same cook, same book. You better ask somebody. The Price is Right in reverse, ride the wave. Obsessed. Somebody was obsessed with what you have. Green card. This person paid people to do things to you, Temperance Angel, generous one, so they could ride your coattail, so they could get what you have because they were obsessed with you. And sure ain't. Room in reverse. Run that ish back. They gonna have to, whatever they took from you, whatever they took from your generous, balanced ass, they gonna have to give it back. They gotta give it back. They gotta give it back. What was you talking about? You were so greedy. This card talks about greed. Turn them up. Greed. Greed. 3, 4, 3. They're going to have to run that shit back. And don't nobody care if they don't have nothing after that. You stole everything you had. Because you wanted to ride somebody else's coattail. Because they were doing what they had to do. They were doing what they had to do. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck was you talking about? Adopted in reverse, Fortuna in reverse, Root in reverse. It's a lot of reverse cards out here. It's a lot of secrets. It's a lot of secrets. Love. How ironic this card is upside down. They hated the love you had in you. They hated how you were loved. They hated how people perceived you as love. They wanted to make it seem like you were a greedy person. No, you were very generous. You were very balanced. You were accepted. But they want to punish you. Make you a sacrifice because of that. Ain't that crazy? You like her? Oh, for real? Word? That motherfucker gotta go. You like him? Oh, real? For real? Word? They gotta go. Telegram. Greed in reverse. Obituary. Their luck is in reverse, and whatever they did is a hell of a felony, and somebody might be facing life. Somebody might be facing life behind this one, fam. Like, yo, they went too far. They went too far. They went too far. Price is Right in reverse. Ride the Wave. Gold Digger in reverse. Confirmation. Probate court. They probably tried to say you had already transitioned out. Because did they not try to secretly sacrifice you? Did they not try to secretly, I just turn it up so you can read it. Did they not try to secretly martyr you for a cause? These people may be going to jail for trying to sacrifice you and then having paperwork, aka that obituary, to get whatever you got. Because they were obsessed with what you had. And they just secretly knew you had it, even if you didn't show it. So they wanted what you had. Because they were obsessed with what you had. And now their asses is in court. And hold on. Obsessed. Fortuna. Bad luck. They should have stopped, but they didn't. And because their ass didn't want to stop, they might be facing some real shit. Because of the price that they secretly put on your head to get what you got out of obsession. Bunch of cornballs, bro. A bunch of cornballs. Insurgent, groom, both in reverse. Run that ish back. Upright. Mercury. Sorry. Yeah, Mercury. Mercury retrograde. It's in reverse. Sterile. Bear. They want to run it back. They want to try and do something else to you. But they can't. It's over. They want to try and do something else to you, but they can't because it's over. Give me just a sec, y'all. Please. Thank y'all for your kindness and your patience. Appreciate it. We got one last slide to do. Adopted in reverse. Fortune in reverse. Root in reverse. And love in upright. Antagonize. Provoke hostility and anger. They did everything that they did to make you look like you weren't loved. Because they were secretly trying to sacrifice you anyway because you are loved and accepted. Telegram, greed in reverse, obituary, felony, life. Health is wealth. They ain't got it. The way you live dictates your abundance. If you live a healthy lifestyle, if you do things in the upright, your abundance will always be there. But not for these greedy motherfuckers, because they hide their greed. They hide who they are. The Price is Right in reverse, Ride the Wave, Gold Digger reverse, Probate Court. They thought you didn't know. He knows in reverse. They thought you didn't know. They thought that you didn't know that they didn't have nothing. No love. No money. They were in a never-ending story. Their journey came to an end. Mercury retrograde. Miscommunication. Now, mind you, with Mercury retrograde right now, the miscommunication is the communication. What they think you don't know, you've been knew. You probably knew since March. Acknowledgement. You probably already acknowledged it since March. That's why you were mindful of your words. You just kept taking care of yourself, and you were patient and waiting this shit out because they thought that you did not know. Last card on the line. Insurient in reverse. Groom in reverse. Ronette Ishback. Mercury 3, March in reverse. Ain't no trust. They didn't want you to be trusted. They thought that you didn't know that this is what they were doing. They did not want you to be trusted. They kept coming for you because they knew who you were. And they didn't want you to be trusted. Because if you're trusted, how could they steal anything from you? If people love you, how could they let anybody antagonize you? How could you be seen as an untrustworthy individual? That's exactly why they tried to sacrifice you and hide how loving you are by secretly antagonizing you so they could gain the trust of those that care for you. What's on the bottom? Elementary. They thought you would be easy. They thought you'd be child's play. No, you're not. Just like they thought you didn't know. Yeah, you did. You knew they didn't have nothing. You knew they really didn't want no smoke. You knew they were sterile, bare, starving. You knew it. Some information could have been found out back between the 15th and the 21st. About how greedy these people were, secretly, behind your back, even after you were generous. They don't want people to know they down bad. Ain't no more filet mignon. It's ramen noodles, baby. And don't get me wrong, because I love me some top ramen, baby. But these kind of folk, they've been lying, cheating, scheming, and scamming their entire lives. So they don't know what this is like. And they don't want people to know this is where they are. Cardinal signs, initiator, set the tone. Could possibly be an Aries, Capricorn, Libra, or a Cancer that didn't want people to know that this is what they did, that they were doing black magic on you in the background, trying to curse you out of greed. Because they didn't want you to ascend. They did not want you to ascend. They did not want people to love you. They wanted people to continuously antagonize you in secret to where you do not know where the bullying and or the animosity is coming from. They wanted you to secretly be sacrificed so you could go down. Let me tell you something about these secret motherfuckers. If you feel that strongly about the collective, say it with your chest, little ass motherfucker. Why hide? If you really about that life, why hide? Come out of the dark. Oh, that's right. You can't. Because you bitch made from the start. Overruled in reverse. Reject. Disallow. Exercising superior authority. Because God had you. Regardless. That was your fortuna. The one that they tried to take. No, you're not. But you know what you are going to get? You about to get these motherfucking charges. You about to get these charges, bitch. While trying to hide that you're insecure. Or trying to make you, collective, seem like you're insecure. But we both know better. You want to know why? Because go DJ. Yeah, that's my DJ. Because you the one. You the one. They see you out in the streets. They know who you are. Ain't nobody finna play with you. Anybody that really know you, that really know your name, ain't nobody finna play on your top. Celebrate. Celebrate because God, the Most High, ancestors, lost ones, they cheered you on through this. As much as we like to think in the 3D world that we got through this shit by ourselves, no, we did not. If ever we got on our knees and sat down and gave a sincere, solid prayer and said, Lord, I just ask that you help me through this. Grandma, I know you're not here, but I need your help. Grandpa, I know you're not here, but can you please give me a hug? Auntie, I know you're not here. Every time we asked for somebody that was not here, you know what they said? I got you, baby. I got you. Defendant in reverse. That's why they can't accuse you of shit. Because you know what's up. And they ain't got nothing on you. People love to play these games, bro. They love to play these kind of games. And they always think, because it's all about what they see. Nah, baby, you know what the faith is? You know what a true believer is? Believing in something that you can't see. Something that you may never see. You may never even feel it. But when you sit down and you genuinely open your mind, your body, your soul, and your heart, even with a tear, because water is emotion. Water can open a way, even with a single tear. If you don't cry, not another tear. If you ask those that have always been in your corner before you even knew that they were in your corner, you ain't never got to worry about none of that shit. And I stand on it.